Qualcomm is buying Alphawave Semiconductor for $2.4 billion in an effort to boost their AI data center business. Alphawave specializes in high speed connectivity that will strengthen Qualcomm's processors and help expand their place in the cloud and AI markets. Of course, this is a proposal because the deal won't likely close until early of 2026, but it does have strong support from Alphawave's board and shareholders. It also marks a key step in Qualcomm's efforts to grow beyond smartphones and into the data center and AI computing space. And we've heard about this a lot because as a lot of AI data centers start shifting towards ARM architecture, traditional ARM stalwarts like Qualcomm really want to bite at that apple because it will give them a diversified business portfolio in order to avoid the constant treadmill of phone upgrades and potentially alienating suppliers and partners in the space, as we've seen between Apple and Qualcomm over the last few years. Al, do you think that Qualcomm acquiring Alphawave is going to help them get that AI dollar?
I think that's very clearly the objective here is that there is an arms race going on to own the probably second player space in AI data centers. We'd acknowledge that NVIDIA currently holds the top place there. But there is quite a lot of movement around behind that. So Qualcomm have their Hexagon NPUs that would be very assistive here in building out their platform for AI in the data center, along with their own CPUs. So you say ARM-based CPUs, very power efficient and very easy to scale outwards to lots of cores without, again, huge power loads. So yeah, they seem like a really good thing to see in AI data centers. Additionally, also in AI inside laptops, we've seen the Qualcomm Copilot PCs turn up. Maybe not as warm a reception to those as we would have liked, or at least that Qualcomm would have liked to have seen. But definitely AI in the data center is a big growth space. Alphawave themselves, their board chose to take an all-cash offer. They interestingly declined to take something that was shares in Qualcomm, which was definitely on the board apparently, and this $2.4 billion for a London-based company. Nice to see. That does offer quite a premium on the current price for Alphawave. 96% premium on the current price, and does, as you say, need to get regulatory approval. And also shareholder approval needs to hit 75% shareholder approval for this to go ahead as well. But it is definitely aimed at data center compute, getting connectivity between large numbers of CPUs and accelerators in large data centers. Does this mean we will see a new architecture, maybe not using InfiniBand and Ethernet for connectivity? Unlikely. We're likely to see this end up with a whole lot of Ethernet connectivity around, but possibly this connectivity that from Alphawave is going to be really good for scaling out a single system with large numbers of NPUs and large numbers of ARM cores alongside it, and then providing Ethernet for connectivity beyond. So it'll be interesting to see it progress, assuming it does actually go ahead. And it will be interesting to see whether Qualcomm can take away some of the market share that is being held by NVIDIA, or whether they're going to be scrapping with AMD and Intel for being the second player in that market.